here in Samaska, and I volunteer back with all the preschoolers for Sunday School Hour, telling the Bible stories. Also act out the Bible stories in Vacation Bible School, so I hope that you'll be able to come to that this summer. Today's story is from the Bible, from 2 Kings 5, and it's about a little servant girl and a proud general. His name was Naaman. So now, let's get started. Naaman was a very important man in a very important army of a very important country. So you see, he was very, very, very important, or at least he thought so. But Naaman was sick. He had leprosy, which is a nasty skin disease. It makes your skin fall off, and it makes you feel bad, and sometimes it makes your toes get all squishy and your fingers get all look like they are bashed up. It might sound kind of funny, but it wasn't. Naaman certainly wasn't laughing. There was no cure, and sometimes it even killed you. Naaman needed help. Now there was a little slave girl who worked for Naaman, and she knew someone who could help him. But there was a problem. Naaman was her enemy. For you see, not long before, Naaman had led his army on a raid of her home in Israel. Naaman had killed off her whole family, had carried her back to Syria, and made her his slave. She cried herself to sleep every night because she missed her family. She lost everything. So what would she do? All people, was that who God was going to use to help Naaman? Did she hate him enough and want to hurt him back so she wouldn't help him? Didn't she want to make him pay for everything he'd done wrong? That's what you would expect. But instead of hating him, she loved him. Instead of hurting him, she forgave him. I want Naaman to get well, she told her mistress. There's a man in Israel called Elisha who can heal him. So the mistress informed Naaman, and Naaman agreed to go. He loaded up his wagons, put on his flashing armor, and thought, I'm going to go to the palace, because the palace is where important people like me get healed. So he headed off to the palace. He got there, and he asked the king for healing. The king said, I can do lots of things, but only God can heal. Just then, a message from Elisha arrived. Send Naaman here, it read. So Naaman hurried off to Elisha's house. But Elisha didn't even come out to greet him. Instead, he sent his servant out. Doesn't Elisha realize who I am, Naaman said? Or that's what he thought, anyway. But the servant, what he said next, that made Naaman even angrier. Wash in there, the servant said. And he pointed to this slimy, stinky river. Just wash? Naaman laughed. He looked around to see if it was a joke, but it wasn't. Anybody can wash in a river, he thought. I am Naaman, I'm important. I should do something important so God will heal me. And he rode off in a rage. Of course, you and I both know that that's not how God does things. All Naaman needed was nothing. But he had everything. He didn't have nothing. God knew that Naaman was even sicker on the inside than on the outside. Naaman was proud. He thought he didn't need God. His heart didn't work properly. It couldn't feel anything. You see, Naaman had leprosy of the heart. God was not only going to heal Naaman's skin, but he was going to heal Naaman's heart too. He was going to heal his pride. Naaman finally agreed to wash in the river, and instantly his skin came smooth like a baby. Naaman wanted to pay Elisha. Elisha said, I can't take money. God healed you. You can't pay him. It's free. And so it was that a very sick man was healed, all because of a little servant girl who had a forgiving heart. God knew sin was like leprosy. It stopped his children's hearts from working properly, and in the end, it would kill them. Years later, God was going to send another servant to forgive as she did. The servant was going to forgive all of God's children, and heal the terrible sickness in their heart. And we all know that servant's name is Jesus. That's right. Okay, here's a picture of of Naaman with the leprosy. You can see his hands are all bandaged up. You can see his face has sores on it, and the stinky river beside him. And here's a picture after he was healed, all smiling and his skin was all smooth. So now we're going to end with the Lord's Prayer, and if you know the Lord's Prayer, you can say it at home with me. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Thanks for joining me today.